One. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Doubtful Reversal with me and that guy. And we're going to keep working on a Don't Starve stuff today. That's what we're going to do.
Yes. We'll probably finish it today. We're so
Probably.
amazing.
Yes. Most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, why we haven't finished it already is,
Entertainment value.
Exactly. Just it's all for you guys out there watching us. All for you.
So, all right. Cool.
Yeah.
Guess I should turn on screen sharing. Otherwise, that would be a boring couple of hours.
It's true. Staring at our faces.
There was this guy who installed. He was the artist, and he installed some sort of program on a bunch of Apple computers in Apple stores that took pictures of people staring at computers.
Yep. Wow. That's
People
funny.
make really interesting faces when they're staring at computers.
True.
He also got in big trouble, but art. Let's see here. So, what was the status last week?
I'm trying to remember that too. I think you got it working, didn't you? Stuff.
Yes. I was running around with the fella.
Yes.
Winnick.
Yeah, Winnick.
So.
And I was thickening outlines.
Oh, the Steam sale.
Indeed. There's a lot of stuff on sale. It's crazy.
Yes.
He was having hat problems, wasn't he? Like his hat was underneath his head, wasn't it?
Yes.
Just remembered that.
Yes. Oh, his face twitches wildly when he talks.
Oh, yes. That too.
Which is pretty amusing. And he has the double head effect from the back.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. You and me both.
Twitchy face. Yeah, the twitchy face isn't surprising though, since I've just got the same face in here for all of his expressions.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to. What do we want to have him do?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Oh yes, we couldn't get his name changed.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
It's broken.
It looks like a gorgeous day outside today. I'm excited.
That's
Going
good.
to be nice. And we're taking off for Colorado tomorrow. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah. And I still have to do all of the prep work for that. Which is also exciting. Woohoo. Thinking about making lambas.
So it's not
Lambas bread.
what?
What's that?
Oven whey bread.
Yes.
I forget. I was gonna say something, but my mind is not quite caught up with being awake yet.
All right. Mine has not either. But then again, I think I go through most of my days without my mind catching up with the fact that it's awake.
I know. Is it raining there? I think I've been getting a lot of that.
Yes, it has been raining quite a bit. We had more flooding. When was it? A couple days ago, Thursday maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Our parking lot at work flooded again, which is crazy. They've never seen it happen before, and here it happened twice in 1 year.
Wow.
But it didn't flood nearly as much. It was kind of flooded for 3 hours, and a couple of people had to move their cars, and then it receded, and everyone went and moved their cars back. So it wasn't a huge deal.
Okay.
This time.
Yeah. From what I've heard, you're kind of turning into a wetlands.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a swamp before much longer. It's crazy. You know what? I don't think he needs... I don't know if he needs it or not. The head with hat. I wonder if that's maybe why he has double heads.
Maybe
Since he doesn't have any hair. Although this one has like the base of his head too, but this one doesn't.
Hard to say.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's only doubled when he's running away from the camera, the back of his head.
It's very unusual.
Yeah, must be doing the... Well, let's see. I think actually it might be because the hat is not equipable, maybe.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't the head with hat be when he put something on? And
Yeah, that's true. You would think. Head with hat. Wilson hair with hat. Head with hat. Yeah, and he doesn't have a hat. This is true. But his hair is this handkerchief.
Yeah, oh, that's why it's behind his head. Because Wilson's hair is behind his face.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's not when he's running forward.
It's got this... Yeah, but that's probably why you have the, like, double head when he's running forward.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet. Because all the rest of the time his hair is set behind his head.
Behind it. Yep, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to have hair.
It's true. You could just like
Put this on the
move
head.
those over onto his default head.
Come on, work with me. There we go.
Boom. Problem solved.
Woohoo!
Have you ever seen Dr. Horrible's signaling blog?
Yes. That was
quite quirky.
Quite quirky indeed, but delightful.
Let's see.
Saw it at York, in fact.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh, the play.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the... Well, I'm not sure if I've seen the actual video version of it or not.
Okay. It's oh boy, actors' names. Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if those... You know what? I think I figured out the problem.
Okay.
Possibly, or at least one problem.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the zip file,
Mm-hmm.
which I just changed the name of,
Yeah.
there's that build.bin file that has WAD in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to change that to
that makes sense.
our abbreviation. But then I need to do that correctly because that was the part I was doing wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
So how do I do that correctly? Zip file inside zip file.
Yeah, it's the zip. Better zip. Oh. Yeah, that is tricky. I'm not sure how you do that, but... Oh, I know how you do it. So you have to duplicate that zip file.
Mm-hmm.
And then unzip it and modify the bin file inside. And then take that bin file that you modified and use the zip, whatever it is, better zip, and put the new bin file inside of the old zip file. I think that's how you do it.
Sounds reasonable. I mean, it sounds totally unreasonable that you should have to do it that way.
It's programming. Programming doesn't always make sense. In fact, programming rarely makes sense.
Yeah.
Except to programmers.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I can do this too. No, I don't. Yeah, it will be. It's be interesting to see where computers go as far as better becoming easier for people to communicate with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well.
Because I feel like we have room to grow in that area.
Mm-hmm. Much.
It's so complicated and difficult to communicate to a computer what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is true. And there are always new tools coming out that are supposed to make it easier, but few of them actually do.
Yeah. And I don't have no idea what that looks like, but it seems like it could be. What does that mean? That's okay.
Oh, I started listening to that podcast that you told me about yesterday. And that is incredible. I love that.
Yeah, is it cool?
I binge listened to like a dozen episodes
Awesome.
while I was running and working and other stuff.
I've only listened to a few, but as I was listening to it, I was like, well, Timothy would probably be brilliant enough to understand more of this, but I could see how good it was, even though, lots of it just glossed over.
I have a recommended episode for you now.
Okay.
The ones I listened to. Spoon.
Which one?
Spoon Inside Out. That's what it's called.
Spoon Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
I will jot it down.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I listened to the podcast 99% Invisible, which is about design and
I used to listen to
and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he played a full episode of Song Exploder, the captain.
Yep.
It's loud, I think. It's loud.
Cool.
It's like, okay, yeah, I'm listening to that.
Yep.
Listening to that podcast. Great.
It's pretty cool.
Let's see here. Okay, so back to that's good. Hopefully that works. Find files. Yes, the guy who does 99% Visible started a whole podcast collective called Radiotopia.
Yes, that's cool. Yeah, I heard that mentioned, and I thought it sounded familiar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to listen to, when I was commuting an hour in the car every day, I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and that was one of the ones that I listened to quite a bit, which I enjoyed. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot harder to listen to podcasts now that I'm not doing many mindless activities every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to listen to podcasts and give them the attention they deserve when I'm programming or similar activities.
Yeah. I don't drive as much as I used to when I was, commuting at, close to an hour every day.
Yeah.
But I still drive around kids to school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I end up driving a good bit, so I used to listen to it.
Cool.
And also when I'm roasting coffee, I usually plug one in.
That's a good idea. Speaking of which, I need to roast coffee today. I just got a new Hario mini mill, which is incredible. It's like I had all of those troubles with the hand grinders I got before, and this one makes it all worth it.
That's great. So it's a hand grinder as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Well, it is a hand grinder. It's their like portable slim version of their, it's like the grinder Matthew has, except a skinnier version of that.
Okay. Cool.
And it's amazing.
That's good. My coffee grinder has lasted for so long, just waiting for it to die, stop working or something. So be sure that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
And, then I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. I got a hand grinder primarily because I'm going to be traveling. So it will be convenient and portable, and the slim version is super easy to pack because it's about the diameter as a AeroPress, so it's pretty little.
Okay.
and
Awesome.
everything is contained within itself. Really, like it's really wonderfully designed. It's just
Great.
nice to hold and look at because it's so well designed.
Awesome. I love having things like that.
Me too.
Yeah, I think as we kind of continue to progress, do better financially, we've more and more just tried to buy really nice things.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're generally it's with a lot of things, it's just actually cheaper to have the really nice, much nicer thing.
It does.
Because it lasts so much longer.
Yes.
And then you get to have nice stuff too.
Uh-huh.
How novel.
Yes, go figure.
Yeah, like I especially when I was, waiting tables and making coffee and stuff like that, like I would wear out shoes. I wear out shoes awfully quickly. My shoes are kind of costly.
Yeah.
But I've had, the same pair of Birkenstocks for probably 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just like if
Hmm.
I had gone with the, cheap pair that starts falling apart in 6 months,
Yeah.
I've gone through like 5 or 6 pairs of those by now.
Yep.
It's way more expensive.
Yeah. True. Yeah. A lot of things are like that.
Yeah, absolutely. However, if you tend to lose something all the time, like sunglasses,
Yep.
don't pay $500 for them.
Nope. Sound advice.
Yes. Mostly because I lose sunglasses and
Earbuds.
headphones also.
Yep.
Yeah, earbuds.
Yep.
Which is sad.
It is. Yeah, I use earbuds often enough that I've thought about getting some like actual nice earbuds. But that's the problem. They're just so small. I feel like wouldn't get my money's worth out of them because lose them or misplace them or dump them in a cup of water or something.
Yeah. Although, if you've ever done that, actually, I that happened to be sort of like something that happened to me once. Because I was wearing earbuds while walking through the kitchen, and the cable, the earbud cord, got caught on like a handle next to our sink, which had some water in it.
Okay.
And one of the earbuds like got forcibly yanked out of my ear and just flew like into the sink. And it didn't work anymore. But then I packed it in rice for a few days.
Yep.
So.
Nice. Yes, it is. And so tasty too.
It is true.
Oh my.
Did you get what you need to get done last night?
For the most part. I've still got a lot to do today and not much time to do it. But
is this for within the fold?
Most of that I've got ready. I've still got maybe an hour's worth of work to do for that. Yeah. But also just preparing for the trip and
yeah.
I wanting to make lembas bread and granola to take with us, which takes time, and I just haven't had enough time this week to do much of anything. Need to clean this dump up.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
I tell you what, it is really funny with this job
mhm.
that we have. This weird job,
Yeah.
because we do pretty well at keeping things clean. I mean, this has always been our thing where we invite people over and then we get the house clean. This
Yep.
has been our, and so we have, people over every single, and so we tend to keep the house clean. But then if we suddenly have a chunk of time off, you'd think that the habits would be ingrained and stuff. No, not at all.
Yep.
Everything falls to pieces.
Yeah.
So we're discussing, after we leave this job, how are we going to keep our house from falling into the pit.
Yeah. Fun.
And yeah, we've decided we're just going to have to set up consequences in the future.
Yep. Yeah.
Which we have to do for everything that we want to change.
Yep. Changing habits is hard.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I usually do fairly well about keeping things neat and tidy. It starts I don't know, as soon as things start getting dirty or the sink is full of dishes or anything like that, it starts bothering me in the back of my mind, and my productivity starts shooting down like a rocket without even me really thinking about it. It's just the messier things get, the more subconsciously I just can't deal with anything.
Yes.
Which is frustrating, especially when I'm staying up late and getting up early to get stuff done, and I can't get stuff done without cleaning, but I can't clean because I have too much stuff to get done. It's not a good thing.
Oh yeah, that's when I start my work time every day. Usually starts with just a quick tidy of the area.
Yeah.
At least. So I have everything. It works with the I've renamed everything.
Sweet.
And he works.
Yay.
It's like Frankenstein, and his hat is now floating above his head. But it worked.
Sweet. Well, I've got a new image for you to put in there.
Okay.
That might work a little better. I forgot that his face was hanging off. Let me see if I can do something about that first. Nudge those over a little bit.
Yes, no, I'm exactly the same way, where I'm incredibly frustrated and distracted by mess,
Yeah.
Cannot focus. It wears me out.
It's funny. You don't really think about it until it happens, and then just can't do anything.
Yeah. Because it seems like it would be more productive. It's counterintuitive. More productive to skip cleaning and get work done.
Yep.
But then once you've cleaned up and made everything nice and neat and shiny around you, then it just feels so much better to work. Things flow.
Yes, it does.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is. Well, I've got that new image in there for you. And it should look somewhat better.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I should resume syncing. Oh boy.
Sold 11 more shirts yesterday,
That's great.
according to my notification that I just got, or at least potential shirts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like your the website.
Thank you.
The shirts are really nice. I like
Yeah.
the idea.
Yep. The artists we've gotten to help are pretty cool about it too. There's one guy who is one of the more famous designers who.
Boy.
Oh, what? Oh, I don't have Dropbox running. Sorry. So it's not synced.
No, it's okay. Just ignore Dropbox because I have something like 250 files to sync, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so one of the more famous designers. He didn't come up with anything original for us, but he has such a huge catalog of work. He pulled like 4 or 5 things he thought would make good shirts and sent them over to us and said, don't worry about paying him. He just kind of wants it to succeed because he thinks it's a cool idea. So
It's great.
Neat.
Awesome. Yeah, they're great. And yes, quick plug, everyone watching, withinthefold.com. Fantastic shirts. Look at these.
Indeed.
And everyone should order the gestural zombie, because that one's amazing. And I want it. Yes, Sonia and I were discussing which one of these we're going to order for me.
Okay.
Definitely want one of these. And I think I'm going to have to, get lots of people to get the zombie one because I think it's my favorite.
Well, quick or pro tip rather, as there is a coupon code to get you 10% off, and it is vomiting because it was on vomitingchicken.com.
Ah, yes. I saw that on your blog post.
Yep.
Which was a very nice blog post, by the way.
Thank you. I think that's mostly through mom's editing skills.
It was enjoyable to read. So the writing was good, and reading my coffee is always fun too.
Yes.
So just go ahead and email me that file, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it was fun to work on. I expected to get more traffic from it, but not many people really noticed the link at the bottom of the article. I think got like maybe a half a dozen hits from that.
Yeah. Well, you also have to think of.
We did have.
Oh. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, still there.
Yes.
Hello. Okay. Oops. Oh, Gmail.
I would say that possibly Mom's core audience isn't the type of person to buy this kind of T-shirt.
Probably not.
So that's.
He is winging his way to you.
Fantastic. Oh, so yes, I mentioned it last night, but I'm going to be testing Do-It-Yourself Dungeon at an event on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or rather, someone else is going to be testing it for me because it will not be known that I'm the designer. I'm just going to be part of the group.
That's great.
It's good.
So cool.
Yeah, it's exciting, and actually had it tested also last night, so I have some notes from that to incorporate for tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's really fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is that the friend that came over and played it with you last weekend? Or 2 weekends ago or something like that?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Cool. The ultimate team up.
Yes,
nameless ultimate team up.
exactly. Yeah, Jerry is his name. But
Jerry.
yeah, he's putting on these events. He's doing 3 this month, where we get together and have music and games and just basically he's trying to connect kind of geek culture stuff in Ohio. There's not a whole lot of events for that type of thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. Let's see.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be really great.
Yeah, I'm really the traction and the reactions I've been getting for Do-It-Yourself Dungeon have been really exciting.
Yeah,
because it's really an idea that people react to positively immediately.
Good.
Yeah, that's great because Jerry has quite a few kids, and I want to make it so it's a game that, like, Malachi could lead. He could run the whole game if he wanted to. Make it that usable. And that's been helping me trim back on my first of all my tendency to be way too clever with my writing and write way too much.
Yep.
And also my tendency to basically try to be wildly creative with everything.
Yeah.
And this project actually, I would say because so much of my, I don't know, I think of myself as a very creative person. I tend to overdo it.
Yeah.
And that's a easy thing, especially for a new designer to do. Is like, I'm going to be wild and out there for everything.
Yep. The limitation. I mean, like my new startup assumes limitation can be a good thing.
Yes, creative constraints.
Yes,
they're wonderful, and this project is one big creative constraint because I said, you know what, I can make a book, and I want to make a game.
Yep.
I'm going to figure out how to make a game out of a book because I don't want to, right now, go through the manufacturing crazy rigmarole of creating a board game.
Yep.
And I've made books before. I can do that. So how can I make it awesome?
It's pretty cool.
That's where this came from, and it's wonderful.
I like it.
Yep. So yeah, now I'm getting my head around marketing.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's tricky.
There's so much of it is just guesswork.
Oh yeah, and also like making the product something that people want to talk about up front.
Yes,
is a big. I mean, making something awesome.
Yeah. Yep. It still blows my mind that word of mouth is the most effective marketing tactic.
Yeah.
As a web person, but it does also make sense as a consumer because if someone, like you recommending that podcast to me, I'm a lot more liable to take you seriously than most other people I would see, on the internet, like someone in my Twitter stream or Facebook or anything like that. It'd be like,
Absolutely.
That's their opinion, but you actually, know me, so it's completely different story.
Unless I have some really concrete reason to listen to you,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we are
why so much
I was just saying we're really good at filtering out noise.
Absolutely. Getting better every day.
Yep.
Yeah. So like that's why so much of the marketing advice out there is just a load of crap.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yes, it is.
It's really, like, oh yes, advertising and
Yep.
interrupting people and
Mm-hmm.
scheduling so many social media posts.
Yep.
It might do a little bit of traction, but
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, creating content in a timely manner is generally a good thing. It may not actually
and
help you, but
a lot of this marketing is kind of aimed towards teams of people and not the individual creator. And
yeah, cool.
I think a lot about how someone who is trying to do a lot of it on their own can most effectively market their stuff. And first is make an incredible product and spend the time doing that first. Like, prioritize that. Yep. Also, like making good, worthwhile content, not just a longer form content. I think probably better than social media content, and then your social media time is generally better spent going out and connecting with people one-on-one. I find a lot more than just like blasting your stuff out there.
Yep.
Not that automating things does not help, and sending out posts does not help, but especially when you're small, connecting with people one-on-one and building relationships is like the best time, best impact for your time.
Completely agreed.
Now, with this plugin, so I've made the text file. Does that replace the Atlas-0 file? Is that correct?
Atlas does what replace that?
The new image file that I've converted into a text file.
Yes, it should be that Atlas 0.
Okay.
So you'll have to rename it to that and then replace it.
Yeah. Using better zip.
Yep.
Because reasons. All right.
That should do it.
Awesome. It's working.
Hopefully.
Yeah, don't speak too soon.
Yeah, that's generally my strategy within the Fold 2 so far is, before we had officially launched, I put out a bunch of articles and stuff about designy things just to kind of get things going. But now it's pretty much going to be new shirts and plugs for designers and talking to people.
Yeah.
Just kind of the bare bone essential and as much communicating with our customers as we can.
Yeah. And it's always it's not a science.
It's a moving target.
Yeah.
Always. But we had a good good launch though. It was pretty.
It's good.
It was pretty exciting the day we launched. We had like 1,500 hits right off the bat, and a couple hundred likes on Facebook. So certainly not the least successful launch I've ever had.
Great.
Which is not saying anything.
That's good. I like what you're doing and kind of how you've kind of carved out your niche a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we still have a lot of carving to do.
Oh yeah.
Well, if we even get that far.
Communicating,
Mm-hmm.
why the story of your brand is going to be
Yep.
probably the difficult part, because it's that is a crowded space.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is.
For sure.
Jeez. Still feels a little surreal to me that we launched it, because as we've been working on it, it's always been kind of just this fun side project, really. Hey, there he is. Wow, he still looks dreadful.
He has a vestigial head now.
What is going on there?
It's another head. He has two heads.
Makes no sense.
Wiggles when he walks.
Oh my.
And his face is missing now. Where he goes to the side. Oh no, it's dropped down.
It's just down really far. Change is bad. That doesn't make sense to me.
So something. Oh wow.
Good. Wow.
Clinging to him. Like, hi, what you doing?
Yep. Well, we're just gonna have to build it into the character somehow.
Yep.
He's just gonna have to have floating. It's his brother, Carl.
Yeah. Winnick and his twin brother, Siamese twin brother, I guess.
Siamese. Yep.
Conjoined twin. Yeah.
Conjoined twin. Yep. Missing. Who had a really bad lobotomy as a child.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, found it.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't look too bad with a hat. Except
his head does disappear.
It disappears.
When he's walking, he stands.
Well, that's because the conjoined head is the one that's supposed to be the head when he's wearing a hat.
Yeah. So it's correct when it's walking, except it's shifted. Only that way, though, because then it stays this way and this way.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, so that's as correct. If we just remove the head, it would look awesome. We'd be this invisible man at a top hat.
Okay, so this does make sense then, because my head is in the pigtail section.
Whoa.
Makes no sense. I don't know how it ended up there. So it should be up here.
When he jumps through the wormhole, he's laying on the ground and just like sticking to the side of his head.
Well, it's because it's a pigtail. It makes no sense now.
Okay.
That's his pigtail. His pigtail.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is the fun in making games right here.
Yeah, it does. It's true. Did you watch the Brett Victor? What was the name of that talk? I don't remember. Story Dream. Brett Victor is kind of my idol. I don't know if I've told you much about him, but he's incredible.
What does he do?
Everything, pretty much. He worked at Apple for a while.
Okay.
Which he ended up hating and left disgruntled. And now he's just like a brilliant researcher, kind of, I guess. He doesn't really seem to do anything except give talks about brilliant things. And inventing on principle is one of his talks. And one of my favorites. His talks are incredible. If you ever have an hour, and you know how we're talking about ways that computers could help people communicate better. Well, this guy has lots of ideas on that, and they're all really smart ideas. This talk here, Stop Drawing Dead Fish, is his poke at drawing tools like Photoshop and whatnot. He says, you draw a fish on a computer, and it's there, and it's a symbol of a fish. And he hates that you still just draw a fish, just like on a piece of paper. He thinks drawing on a computer should be a much more interactive thing, and he actually built out several sets of tools to demo like ideas he has on how you could make drawing a more interactive experience. And
wow,
they're super cool.
Okay, I'm watching that next.
So yeah,
for sure.
it's pretty cool. He's got 2 iPads, and he like, I can't even describe it. You just need to watch it. It's so cool.
I will, definitely.
So, and also inventing on principle. It's probably less applicable for you. It's more about programming. But he also he built a tiny game engine demo, and the game engine is incredible and just makes creating so much more fun and easier. And he also goes into, the fact that this game engine that he built allows for more experimentation and delightful experiences because of the way it's built. Like it's hard to describe this stuff, but this guy.
I'll definitely check him out, and brilliant. I'll watch at least those 2 videos, but I bet I will want to watch more.
Yep.
Sounds like a brilliant guy.
Yep. And he writes huge articles about all sorts of stuff, and it's pretty cool. Very forward thinker. And he also wrote an incredible poem. Really? Like I said, this guy does everything, called Albatross, for a contest which he won.
Wow.
About a machine that could tell from just a sample of your blood how much or how you were going to die. Didn't give you a date, and it didn't give you specifics. It just spat out a sliver of paper upon which were printed in careful block letters the words drowned, or cancer, or old age, or choked on a handful of popcorn. It let people know how they were going to die. And he wrote this gigantic poem about a sailor who used this machine, and it's just a really cool poem.
Wow, interesting.
So, he's a brilliant fellow.
Awesome. Cool.
So, you.
Well,
there you go.
I think in about 5 minutes, when we're done, I will start watching Stop Drawing Dead Fish.
Sounds good. You won't regret it.
Let's see. So I think we've made progress today.
Yeah, I think we have.
We've zeroed in a little bit on the image issues. So that's good.
Yes, we have.
We've changed his name across all the oops, that's Wilson.
Yes, it is.
That's not correct.
I put a new image without the pigtail quirk in the Dropbox.
Oh, well,
I'll go ahead and drop that in then, and we can finish out the day with a wonderful, in the Dropbox. Have it syncing.
Oh, okay. I'll send it to you.
That made your voice all strange.
What did?
Because my internet is syncing my Dropbox.
Gotcha.
So.
Can't have that. Oops.
No.
Tell you what. Web designers need to design more for people who are doing multiple things at once. I keep opening this new email and hitting the delete button when I want to attach a file, because the delete button is the most prominent icon.
Yep. Yes, hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Get it right.
All these flat icons.
Yes.
I don't know how they could do it better, but you know.
But you'll know when you see it.
Yep.
Someone will get it right.
Yep. They should just remove most of those. That's how they do it right. You know?
Yeah.
I never use Drive. I never send cache with Gmail. I never insert photos, or I drag and drop them. I do insert links, but I shouldn't have to click a button to do that.
No. Honestly.
Or it could be in their formatting options, which is a whole other set of flat icons.
There should be, yes, formatting, attach a file. Images should really just, you should be able to drop images in, honestly.
That's probably
I think
a legacy thing, I would imagine, for people who don't know how to do that.
Yeah. But
unfortunately,
that should go away.
Yes, it should.
People should learn.
Yes, they should. Well, and they could use attach files instead of insert photo. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you have to insert photos into your emails?
I think all that does is, it's like drag and dropping.
And Google Drive is just another thing that I feel like Google trying to shoehorn something in where it really doesn't belong.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you want to attach something over 25 megabytes? Well, use our service over here.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's one of the key differences between Apple and Google. I think, you know, Apple does kind of the same thing now, where you can send files of up to like, I think you can send files up to like 2 gigs with Apple Mail, but it just works in the background, you know. As long as you have that option turned on, you just attach a file, and if it's over the 25 megabyte limit, then they just automatically like put it on their cloud service and send a link along with your email. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Generally from like, I don't know, when the things that Apple make work as intended, they work beautifully.
Yes, they do.
I have to include that caveat because they don't always work as intended.
Yeah.
Then it's frustrating as heck. But
yeah, I've been disappointed with Apple lately too.
Oh yeah, there are certainly, and like as far as philosophy goes, the kind of closed, controlled philosophy of Apple is not really necessary. Don't necessarily agree with that so much.
Yep. Me neither.
Miss out on a lot of things, but they do a good job of making beautiful, tightly controlled.
Yes, they do.
Generally,
it's true.
For that, I give them thanks.
Yep.
For their industrial design, which is the best America has to offer currently.
True.
As far as that is wonderful, but they also have problems. Like, for example, something I've been annoyed with you, Apple, if you're watching. Sorry, I'm trying to better zip crashed here. The game, the Mojang game Scrolls, cannot come to iPad because of Apple red tape, essentially.
Yep.
And that is annoying.
Yes, it is.
Because it's a fantastic game. And it should be on iPad, because I guarantee you I would play it a whole lot more if it was on iPad.
Yep.
Just because.
Full show.
Place. Yes.
Transistor just came to iPad. Have you
Yeah,
played
I saw that.
yet?
I haven't played Transistor yet. I am waiting, watching. I will get it eventually.
It is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's. I'm not surprised.
Yep. Oh no.
The surprising thing with
Yep.
Bastion, the way it was.
Yeah.
Is rather. Okay.
There's something about Brett Victor leaving Apple that I wanted to show you, but I can't find it. Anyway.
I saw a blog post about the Apple Watch. And how they launched it with 200 different options right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that has not been at all how Apple has made things in the past. The pattern has been, we launch one perfect whatever it is iPhone for everyone.
Yep.
And then
as
it evolves, then there are different options.
Yep.
Basically, as it reaches kind of market saturation, and then you get a bunch of options. But this was like, hey, look, options everywhere.
Yep.
And
it's
not
true.
nearly as strong.
No, it's not. I found the thing I wanted to show you. After he left Apple, he sent this email where he's like, I declared my freedom on November 1st. Apple has a depository where you drop off your soul for the duration of your employment. I went to retrieve it, and they gave it back to me scuffed, bruised, deflated, but hopefully still in working order. It was like this picture of him walking away white. And he's like, I'm so glad you got your soul back. Will you also gradually gain back your color, or will you forever be white? He says, maybe the white is a layer of dust that accumulated over me, and it will blow away in the wind. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Neat. Interesting.
So I thought that was an interesting insight to Apple's, how Apple treats their employees.
Yeah. Has he ever elaborated on that?
Not really. He's not really allowed to.
Yeah.
He has another article in here that has everything that he's allowed to say about what he did while he was there. And it looks like this.
Oops. I'm having trouble. Sorry. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
FAQ. But that box is empty. It's an empty box. Yes, exactly. Oh, okay. I thought you had made some sort of mistake. Yes, exactly. It's kind of, yeah.
Wow.
So,
yep. I'm sure they're covered.
Yep.
Covered.
Woohoo! He works, and he has no fun to head. Yay!
His hat stays firmly on his head.
Yes, it does. It's at a weird angle, though. It seems like his ear is like way up on the back of his head. I never noticed that.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of, yeah. It's a little high on the profile,
Mm-hmm.
and they're also like crooked, but that could work into the character.
Yes, they are. Uh, cool.
His eye kind of is quite low,
Yes, it
but
is.
he's looking great. Look at
Uh-huh.
that. Look how far we've come.
Yes, we have. Just in like the last 2 weeks, too.
Yeah, relatively
Crazy.
short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
We now have, haha.
Yay. It's exciting. Man, it's funny because now I feel like if we were to scrap this project, start over from scratch, and re-reverse our roles, we could have this done in like a week or two.
We could.
But here we are on week 12, and still plugging away.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh,
The question becomes, have we learned what we want to learn?
That is the question. Mm-hmm.
What did you set out to learn in this?
It's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we are on week 12. Well, 11 and a half, which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy. Even though it's only an hour a week. It's
I think,
a long project.
yes. I feel like I have grown to not be terrified of Cody things.
It's
Yes.
good.
They are assailable, even though it's still complex, and things work the way they work just because they work that way, which is kind of silly. But
Yep.
it's I was prime example here. I've tried to mess with the kind of static website type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is very not super user friendly stage at this point. You know, it's very much for developers,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I've attempted to wrangle with it a couple times in the past and just given up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I
Hard.
recently, figured out how to do that with one of the, I forget what it's called, but
Good.
that was a big achievement for me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because of this project.
Mm-hmm. Good.
But yeah.
Thing.
So do you want to switch roles, start over?
Maybe we should.
What do you think? All right.
Re-reverse or reverse roles next week.
Reverse it back.
Yeah.
Do we want to continue with this character? Do we want to do fresh start?
It could be interesting to just do a fresh start, and then at the end, like do a finishing video where we have like both characters next to each other.
That's a good idea.
It could be sad, but
and we'll have to showcase the the abilities or lack thereof of the characters too, because I feel like the art comparison is going to get a big chunk of the the weight of comparison there.
True.
But yeah, we'll have to make we'll have to think about what we want to make.
Yeah, we will.
Cool.
Be good. So cool. So next week we re-reverse our reversed roles. Then it'll be good.
Join us.
Join us. Yes. So it's been another episode, and we'll see you next week.